Hey, what is up YouTube? This is Pow3rh0use here with a review on Lionheart Legacy of the Crusader. Now, this is a game that was developed by Reflexive Entertainment and published by Pow3rh0use Studios. Now before I get to this game, let me give you a quick history lesson. In 2003, Interplay was going through a lot of financial difficulties. Because of this, they forced all their products to get released out the door as fastly as possible. And the next project that they had was being published by Pow3rh0use Studios. So to make the money, they had to release Lionheart as fast as possible. However, this created a very rushed and underdeveloped game. So that might be half of the reason why Lionheart does not score as high as it should. Now let's get to the game. Lionheart was created in 2003 as from the developers and publishers, as I said before. Now, in this game was an RPG that used the special system that was popular in Fallout and was able to let you create your own character. And the setup in this game took place in this alternate reality universe where all these historical figures are mixed together. I'll get into that later. Unique to this game and unique to the special system was the ability to pick your own spirit. You were able to pick the Divine Spirit, which was the pink, is the purple one, the Bestial Spirit, which is the blue one, or the Demonic Spirit, which is the red one, and each have their own benefits and disadvantages as well, and also add a little flair to the storyline. We'll get on to the spirits and combat and all that stuff in the later portions, but for now, let's get on to the first thing, and that is the graphics. So let's talk about graphics. You hit new game, you create your character or pick one of the selected characters, and it shows you a nice little cutscene. And I like the way they did this because it shows the storyline that's going in and the whole thing about Richard the Lionheart. So it's really cool the way they did this. The storyboards are a nice touch that they do in the beginning just to really familiarize yourself with it and really put the atmosphere of this new Renaissance alternative universe type junk.
The great Sultan Saladin and captured the city of Acre. When Saladin failed.
So the first thing you'll notice is that this game is an RPG from the isometric perspective, 2D isometric to be specific, which harks back to the Fallout 2 and Fallout 1 days, which was very outdated even for 2003. But I gotta be honest, some of the particle effects and some of the magic spells are pretty cool. I mean, just like this one. Now I know I'm talking about both story and graphics here, but you are met by Signor Leo, aka Leonardo da Vinci, and he takes you somewhere, and you feel the atmosphere, and you travel to Barcelona, which has to be the highlight of this game. Now as you walk around Barcelona, you'll realize that there's a lot of things to do, a lot of people walking around, a lot of buildings to go to, and it might be a little bit overwhelming at the time. And I can't lie, Barcelona actually looks pretty good. It looks like a pretty good, decent city. But let's get down right to it. These graphics are underwhelmingly bland. Everything is so static. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it does look good when you talk to somebody and you see the little portrait on the bottom, and it looks pretty good. I like it because it does this historical thing with it, but overall the graphics are really crap. I mean, the animations are cool, I can't lie, with the magic effects, but the animations are just crap even for 2000. So overall I was going to give this an average score, but looking back on it, there's nothing really impressive except the magic once in a while. But this game gets a 4 out of 10 for graphics. Could have been a lot better with the character models and a lot more detailed, and customization could have been a lot more intense.
The trap has been sprung. We must escape from here, now!
Welcome to Barcelona, jewel of the world. La Città Grande, the greatest metropolis of Europe. A legacy has been passed down to you. A special power that has been in your family for many generations. Do not repeat this to anyone you do not trust, for speaking this to the wrong ears could endanger you. There is a spirit within you, an old mystic being that enables you to wield magic.
Personally, I just feel like the voice acting goes without saying. It is really great. They paid top dollar for these actors. Heck, Leonardo da Vinci made that last scene seem like something so insignificant that you could cast magic. He made it seem so great, like that was the best thing ever. The music is really epic. I mean, as you can see here, they really played it right. But sometimes, I don't know why, but then it would feel like the music became absent somehow. I don't know why I did that. I don't know if it was a computer glitch, if it was because of my system or whatever, but that would happen at times. I mean, the sounds of the monster do get repetitive sometimes, but other than that, the audio is really good. The score for the audio is an 8 out of 10. The voice acting was great, the music was great when it plays, and there's really no other complaints that I have, just that sometimes the slashing and the noise when you guys get hit, so when the other guy gets hit, gets repetitive, but other than that, it's pretty okay.
But you are not helping. The god stinks.
Right off the bat, we could tell that this is going to be a very conversational-oriented game. And as you can see, it is like that. Just like here in the beginning, you could tell this guy, you know, get the hell out of here. Challenge him to a fight. Just get a lie to him. Or just use your speech skill, saying that you and him used to be friends because you know he's drunk. And you can use the speech skill so you can influence the way you're perceived and also to find new opportunities. So it's really unique how you could play the game. You could play the game as a brute force thug, as a magician, charismatic speaker, anything you want to be. Or at least that's how it proclaims to be.
I would agree to let
One of the best ways to demonstrate this dialogue options is basically when you hear the argument of Shylock and Cortez. You could either side with Shylock to get a discount on loans, or you could side with Cortez to unlock yourself a new quest. So there's benefits and disadvantages to everything you do. However, when you get out of Barcelona, more specifically, when you align yourself with a faction and you're giving your next quest to go to Montserrat, the game changes completely. It becomes this mindless hack and slash that you have to go through by yourself. You basically have to go through all these places, all these dungeon-like places, and you're by yourself. Actually, I'm wrong. You could bring companions with you, but don't do it, because they ultimately suck, and I'll explain it in a bit. So, like I was saying before about companions, this was the only good companion I could find, and by good, I really stress the word good. He's a freaking lightning war golem. He has no reason to follow you. I basically pulled a switch and then this guy started following me. He's nice and all that, but he can't take too many hits, just like the rest of your companions in the game. And you know how long it took me to find a good companion? 16 freaking hours of gameplay. And speaking of combat, I gotta heal constantly because, man, you lose health very quickly. Your companions lose health very quickly, and you are ransacked when you attack. Plus, because of the resolution, if I'm not mistaken, you can't see very far. So when you walk down, there's always a whole bunch of enemies. So you have to walk very slowly and then run back, because if you run towards him, you're gonna be attacked by like 5 or 6 dudes. And I know this isn't footage from Montserrat, but why would he send me to Montserrat by myself when it is full of freaking snake men? You just saw me trying to face them before. It is difficult as hell. But anyways, they send you anyways. And just look at my companion just getting slaughtered. I mean, the combat's just really difficult. And don't even bring companion. It's more babysitting than anything else. So a game that prides itself on freedom and all that, you need to have some sort of combat-oriented character. I mean, it's required just if you want to survive. Because if not, you would basically get rained on. But regardless of all that, it starts off so well and falls off flat. And it becomes this just average experience. And because of that, it gets a 5 out of 10 in gameplay. And it kind of hurts me just to give it something this freaking averagely low. Like, but I have to do it because that's just where the game falls. The game was rushed. It was a disappointment. It wasn't a horrible game, but it wasn't a great game. Heck, I could just remember myself and just envision myself even coming back to this game, even today, just to go back and just walk through those gates of Barcelona and explore a city that's like very unknown to me. That experience is just so gratifying. The dialogue system is really good, and it could have gave a new breed to the RPG. However, it falls in the trap of becoming too repetitive. It was just a rushed game. They didn't finish it, and you'll realize it through the game. Because the beginning of Barcelona is just so great, but then it just doesn't improve after that. It's like nothing can live up to that ever again. So this game had so much wasted potential. But then again, what could we expect? It was rushed. They were trying to make money. It wasn't complete, really. So this game could have been a lot better given another year or even a few months. Regardless of everything that I said, and regardless with the problems and the low scores, I can still see myself coming back to this game just to explore and really try to customize myself and maybe find some new strategies to it. Overall, this game gets a 6 out of 10, and not just because of what I said before, but also because of the story. This unique concept that was approached with this alternate universe mixed with all these historical figures such as Shakespeare, Galileo, Leonardo da Vinci, like all this stuff was just great, but it could have just been a lot better in the execution. And this is Pow3rh0use signing off.